Back with the breaking news. Remember this picture from the former FBI Director James Comey? He just posted that on his Instagram account, 8647, back in May of this year in the springtime. Well, Director James Comey indicted on 2 counts tonight: false statements and obstruction. Former FBI director faces up to 5 years in prison if convicted. George Papadopoulos was a target of Russiagate, knows quite a bit about all of this and why James Comey deserves what he is getting right now. George, good to see you. What's your reaction, and how bad of a guy is James Comey? Because he plays a real nice guy on TV.
No, it's great to be with you. And yeah, what a momentous moment in American history. What I really think is going on here is if you're President Obama, Hillary Clinton, the Democrat Party and their cohorts in the mainstream media, then panic is really settling in, because I really don't think this is the end. I think this is just the beginning. I think Jim Comey is going to go down in history as the most corrupt FBI director in American history. This is a man who single-handedly demoralized the FBI, affected its reputation domestically and internationally. And these indictments out of Virginia are, I think, the first step towards not only redeeming justice in America, but also the reputation of the FBI.
When you say he's such a terrible person, it's hard for people to quantify that. But talk about, I mean, you know, at the core of it is that they let this Russia investigation push through to cripple this administration, the first Trump administration, which was a huge mandate from the American people to move away from kind of the powers that have been running this country for a very long time. They knew this was fake. They knew it was nonsense, but they also knew that it was going to be beneficial to let this crush people like yourself and to cripple this administration so it couldn't get anything done, because they didn't want that politics in this country, even though the American people mandated it.
Well, Rob, not only were they never actually investigating dirt on President Trump, his campaign, and of course his administration, they were actually planting dirt. And after those failed attempts to actually plant fake evidence and withhold exculpatory evidence, they continued this into Trump's administration. After President Trump fired Comey, what happened? And you had Rosenstein appoint Mueller, and Mueller then attempted his shenanigans to cover up what Comey did and to continue this coup against President Trump. Now, of course, President Trump and his team were very wise not to fall into any of their traps. But what Comey and these people did is they put our country through hell and back, and they really affected the reputation of our intelligence agencies, the rule of law, our democratic process. It really caused a lot of damage, and we're correcting it.
Yeah. I want to just share this real quick. I don't have time to make this up for you to see, but a great tweet here. This is tweeting off the Wall Street Journal's reporting that, you know, that this was an unprecedented effort to prosecute political enemies by the president. Our friend Mike Benz put up pictures of the 19 alternate electors in Georgia that were charged for effectively just because they put these electors in place in case an appeal was won in that state. They went after Trump and all of these 19. They prosecuted all of them. And Benz's tweet says, "Here's 19 precedents right here, mother effa." And I just thought that was perfectly put, because this is, again, if this is retribution, and it feels like it might be, this is justified. I mean, look at what they did to the president of the United States and anybody around him. Look at how hard they tried to destroy this man so he couldn't run the country, even though he just won every swing state.
Yeah, what the Democrats really did was depart from 250 years of American jurisprudence, and they basically tore up the Constitution in the process to go after their political enemies. They started this. They went after us illegally. The president fought back. His team fought back. The American people fought back. They saw through the crimes. They saw through the lies. And now, with patriots in charge, we're going after these people with the facts, and we're going to follow them where they might lead.
I bet they got real nervous last November 5 when those results came in. They knew what was coming. George Papadopoulos, good to see you. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
We'll be right back. You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmidt tonight on Newsmax.